Hey guys, welcome to my new plumbing how-to channel. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Tim. I've been actually a plumbing contractor for over 20 years. I've currently retired from plumbing, and I kind of like to give back to the community. I really kind of miss, actually commingling with the people, and this is a way to really give back and hopefully help some people. Okay, here's a standard two-handle live style faucet. It's a washer style faucet. It'll take this style of washer right here. They call it a Delta style faucet. Now, it may not necessarily be that brand, but a lot of them will take the Delta style seat and spring. So I'll go ahead and get down to it and kind of go through the steps on how to properly install this new washers. First off, what you want to do is make sure your drain down here is closed off, because you're going to be working with little small parts and you don't want to have to take your P-trap apart to fish something out. Okay, next, you're going to go right down here, and you want to locate the shutoff valve. This is pretty easy. It just looks like it's a quarter stop. You turn it, usually clockwise will turn them off. And on this style, sideways is completely off, and it actually says off on the stop itself there, which is pretty nice. Okay, now next, we'll go up here and we'll locate the actual part you got to take out there. That right there is a little cover for the screw, and most of these will have like an Allen style screw inside there. It's going to be really hard to kind of see that because it's pretty dark back in there. Okay, you want to go ahead and turn on the water for just a second there and make sure there's no pressure behind it, and locate the proper size Allen wrench, which I've already taken the liberty of doing that. And basically, it will unscrew counterclockwise. You can see how loose it is. You don't have to take the screw up completely out to get it off there. There we go. I'll set that aside over here in a safe place. And then I'll go ahead and get my crescent wrench. Put that on there. Now, you don't want to crank it down too tight. And if it's really, really hard to get off there, then you're going to have to spray it down with some type of WD-40 or something like that, because you sure don't want to, you don't want to make this nut right here out of round, because they are kind of hard to locate. You may have to replace the whole faucet if you make this piece out of round right here. Then next, we'll set it over here on the side. Next, I'll go ahead and just try to basically shimmy this out of here without causing too much problem with it. I'll just kind of shake it back and forth. There we go. Okay, now a common misperception is that you have to replace the whole cartridge itself, when 99% of the time all you have to do is replace the rubber seat that's on the inside. As long as this isn't damaged or any gouges or anything like that, if you notice anything in there, this one looks pretty good shape. I'll go ahead and set it aside over here. It did have a little bit of corrosion from hard water. Now next, you'll see right down inside here there is a little it's a little seat and spring. It's just a little bit hard to see because it's actually pretty dark. I'll kind of clear the water out a little bit here. Let me grab a paper towel and I'll kind of soak the water out of here. Now, you don't have to soak all the water out. I'm just doing this so you can actually kind of see down in there. Yeah, still didn't help a whole lot. Okay, next I will get actually a Allen wrench, and I'll work that little seat and spring out of there, and it's that easy just to come out. It's actually not really hard at all to get this out of here. Now you can see on this one here, it's a little flat on the top side, and it's got a little bit of corrosion on it. I'll go ahead and set that aside over here. Now on the new one, you got to make sure your springs will be, you'll have a couple different style of springs. This one here has a little spring that is shaped like a cone. Now on this little cone here, you always want to make sure that the fat part is down. And then this here will actually have a little flare with the open up inside part. You can see this one here. This goes right over the top of the cone style washer. And then the tricky part is getting this down in here without them both coming apart at the same time. Now what I've done in the past is I basically use that same Allen wrench that I used earlier, and I will actually stick it down in there just like that, and I'll get it pretty close to where I need, and I'll just take my finger and I will kind of just, I don't want to force it around, but what I will do is I will just go around the outside edge of it with my finger. Just a little tedious. And it's pushed all the way down in there, and I don't see any obstructions. Everything looks good. Don't know if you can see that or not back in there. It's pretty dark still. Okay, then I'll take this, and you want to make sure you remembered which direction that this cartridge came out, because you can actually flip this around to where it'll turn on and off backwards. This one, most of the time, this little stop part goes to the inside like that. And there's a little groove over here on the side that you actually connect it back into. It fits it down right in there like that. I'll tighten this back. Now you don't have to go out and buy a big 14-inch pipe wrench and try to crank this down. You just want it just snug, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be tight, because it's got a rubber O-ring in there that'll actually help seal that and keep it from pushing up around. Okay, we'll go ahead and just stick that on there temporarily. I'm not going to tighten it down for right now. I'm going to go ahead and remove my napkin out of there. We'll turn this back on here. It's on. And then I will go ahead and open the drain and do a test on that. There we go. That's good to go. I'll go ahead and tighten this down and install the cover. The cover is important. If you don't put that cover back on there, it can cause corrosion on the inside and make it really hard next time to take that apart if you ever have to again. Thanks very much for watching my videos. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.